Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and unpack the highly time-sensitive mechanics behind the ZoiperX early bird offer. If you've been following the decentralized finance and smart contract space for any amount of time, you know that timing often dictates your potential success. Actually, scratch that. In crypto, timing literally builds the architecture of your success. Today, we're doing a strict, impartial deep dive into the project's documentation. We're going to see exactly how this pre-launch phase operates, the structural benefits it claims to offer, and the specific execution steps to actually get involved. So, let's break down the timeline, the network effects, and the smart contract logic so you can fully grasp what the source material is laying out here.
So I want you to imagine something for a second. What if you could secure position number 1 in a rapidly growing smart contract ecosystem? Really consider the mathematical impact of being the very first node in a network like this. In a decentralized multi-level marketing, or MLM, reward system, the entire architecture dictates that volume flows upward. Right? According to the ZoiperX blueprint, being at the absolute top means that every single subsequent user, every deposit, and every cascading network effect fundamentally originates downstream from that initial position. It is a fascinating structural concept to think about. You're basically node 0, before the general public even knows the network exists.
Now, the official documentation defines this specific window as the early bird investment queue. In plain English, it's a limited time pre-launch phase. It's specifically designed to let users lock in those founding positions in the ZoiperX MLM network way before the massive public rollout happens. You see, the smart contract hasn't fully launched its reward distribution yet. That means this queue is basically gathering all the founding wallets right now, queuing them up to trigger as the absolute top tier the exact second the protocol goes live. It's like standing at the very front of the VIP line before the doors even open.
And the source material draws a really stark contrast between two different entry strategies here. First, you've got the early bird joiner. By jumping into the queue right now, the docs state you secure that coveted position number 1 advantage. The whole network flows underneath you, and your account gets instant activation the moment the main contract launches. Contrast that with the standard joiner, the person who waits for the public launch. They end up getting placed somewhere within an already existing, pre-populated network structure. That means a delayed start for accumulating any network volume. The documentation explicitly refers to this early positioning as a critical first-mover advantage.
To really wrap our heads around why this matters, we absolutely have to look at the project's calendar. The documentation highlights this incredibly strategic window that we are sitting in right now. Today, the early bird queue is open. But look at what happens on July 1st, 2026. That's the Joybox launch. We'll get into exactly what Joybox is in just a second, but know that it is a massive community onboarding event. Then, shortly after that, by July 21st, 2026, the main contract officially launches. By joining the queue today, the project claims you are systematically locking your wallet in place ahead of both the July 1st and July 21st dates. You're structurally positioning yourself ahead of the planned public influx.
Now, this number right here is absolutely crucial. 5,000. According to the ZoiperX white paper, a massive community airdrop initiative called Joybox launches on July 1st. The docs state they are distributing 5,000 free chips, which effectively brings 5,000 brand new active users into the ecosystem on day 1. And here is the major takeaway from the source. If you are already sitting in that early bird queue, those 5,000 Joybox users, along with every subsequent member they invite down the line, are structurally placed under you in the MLM network. Your early position means this entire bootstrapped user base acts as your immediate downline.
Beyond just the network positioning, the source also outlines a handful of automated perks for joining this early queue. Let's rapid fire through them. First up, instant account activation. The second the July 21st main contract goes live, your funds are pooled and you start earning immediately. No manual clicking, no waiting around. Second is absolute flexibility. You can invest whatever package amount makes sense for you, from a basic $100 entry level all the way up to custom enterprise tiers over $10,000. Third, and honestly this is a game changer for DeFi, there is zero wallet verification or KYC required. The smart contract completely strips away the bureaucratic friction. Your crypto wallet address simply becomes your permanent immutable ID in the system.
All right, let's move into section 2, the execution. Just 3 steps to secure your position. Let's get right into it.
So here is the exact technical sequence you need to follow. Step 1. Prepare your payment in either USDT or BNB. But hey, pay super close attention to this. The source explicitly mandates that these must be BEP20 tokens on the Binance Smart Chain. If you send ERC20 or some other format, those funds are gone. And you know how it is in crypto, there is no customer service hotline to call for a refund. Step 2. Send those funds to the official designated address. Step 3. Confirm and wait. That's the beauty of a smart contract. There's no clunky web form to fill out. The system automatically records the wallet address you sent the funds from and quietly slots you into the queue for automated activation on launch day.
Now, the most crucial detail here is the official ZoiperX address. It's this long hexadecimal string you see right here, starting with 0x614 and ending in 63CO. You literally need to double and triple check this when sending your BEP20 tokens. A single typo means your funds vanish into the ether forever. Copy and paste is definitely your best friend here. In a trustless, decentralized system, this specific address acts as the immutable destination for the early bird smart contract queue. The documentation heavily stresses copying this exactly to ensure your sending wallet is properly recorded as the owner.
And that brings us to a massively important security mandate directly from the project's protocol. Your wallet address becomes your permanent owner ID. Never share your private keys. The ZoiperX system uses what they call an earn-to-burn security mechanism. Basically, your earnings are cryptographically locked to the exact wallet you used to send your initial deposit. No one else can cash out your tokens, even if they somehow steal them, because the smart contract strictly verifies the earning history of the wallet itself. Your public address is your identity, but your private keys? Those are your ironclad vault. Keep them absolutely secure.
Which leaves us with this final, somewhat provocative thought based on everything we've just unpacked from the blueprint. In a decentralized network where timing is mathematically coded to dictate your structural advantage, where is your wallet going to be positioned? Will it be sitting at the very top of the queue before that 5,000 user Joybox launch, or will it be slotted in somewhere later during the public rollout? The documentation lays out the roadmap pretty clearly, and that strategic window is currently wide open. Ultimately, it's up to you to analyze this source material, understand the mechanics under the hood, and decide what your next move is. Well, that wraps up our explainer on this. Stay curious and keep learning.